And welcome back to another episode of Goblin-Sighting D&D. When last we left, the Children of Neverwinter had entered a valley to confront the orcish warband working with the black dragon Alzalon, and having decimated the warband with fireball and apparently drawn the ire of Alzalon, the party is going to enter initiative at the top of the round. We have yes, Rongir, you're up.
And we've got a dragon, and we've got other people, right?
Yes, you have Alzalon is above the battlefield. He's probably close to ish, maybe 40 feet above your general vicinity at this point, because he just finished a strafing run with the acid breath all over Victor. So there's that. There are 2 orcs left, and 2 out of 3 of the ogres left. The orc war chief and the orc Eye of Grunch are, as yet, more or less untouched.
But we've got a dragon that is now entering the fray.
Correct.
And I'm the only one that can probably reach something to him 40 feet above.
Longbow, short bow,
Okay.
spell. See what the lightning stuff can do. What's the range on Scorching Ray? Oh, range on Scorching Ray is 120 feet. Elizabeth has the Circlet of Blasting.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, I'm trying to decide if it is more, if getting rid of some of the people that are still fighting is, or if I should probably just let our warriors take care of the. Are any of these magic casters that we've got on the ground?
You're not sure. You know that from the reports, the funny orc has probably has been seen casting some kind of magic, and the commune spell revealed that there was a spellcaster among the group,
Right.
but that it was not as powerful as anyone in the group.
Think I should go after the dragon or try and wipe out the people on the ground?
Well, what's your biggest thing that you got? That you, I mean, you're not just. Do you have your? Did you cast the bouncy ball of fire?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I can still do that, but
But are they close together enough to warrant it? So I guess I would say, I might be tempted to go after the spellcaster. That would be my temptation, but I'm not trying to tell you what to do.
well, we've got 3 people around him because you're back further.
Say again?
I'm trying to figure out how many people I would have to sculpt around.
I am.
Oh,
not
I've got 2
very-
horses. 3 horses.
Well, the ogres are currently getting set upon by the group. The Terrible Trio is currently setting upon the 2 ogres, who are conservatively, for reference, I'd say the valley is probably about that wide. About as wide as that grid paper right there.
Okay.
And there were about there were about 5 ranks of 6 wide of the orcs, with the trolls about 10 feet in front of them. I think we agreed, something in that area. It was like you could get all of the orcs and possibly the orc war chief and the funny orc, or most of the orcs and the ogres, and you elected to try to get the guys
Right.
in the back.
Right.
So, the ogres are probably about maybe 30 or 40 feet in front of everyone else. So the nearest orc to the ogres is probably 30 feet behind them, and then it's probably another 20 feet or so to the war chief and his adjutant.
Yes.
Which is the funny elf, or
Orc.
funny orc. Why don't I go after those two, and I can put whatever I do such that it won't affect anybody on our team, because
Okay.
no one's fighting them.
Correct,
Right.
and nobody's in range
Yeah.
of them. So are you going fireball or are you going chain lightning?
Chain lightning is like a 7, isn't it? Or it's a 6?
6th, 8d10. And you can fork it into up to 2 or 3 other people at 6th level.
Can it be forked into the dragon, or is he too far away? I am not
I'll
advocating this,
check.
I'm just checking.
I don't think it is, because the dragon is conservatively 60 or so, probably
Okay.
closer to 70 feet down the valley, and then another 30 feet up in the air. But I will check what the level on chain lightning is. 30 feet. No.
Okay, just
So
curious.
you can hit with chain lightning. You can whomp the war chief and then spit a side bolt into the funny orc, or you can throw a fireball and burn both of them.
It's 10d8,
Yeah.
and 10d8 would have to be a 6th level firebolt, I think.
It would still be 1 dice class below if you did fireball.
Oh, it's 6s.
Fireball is d6s, chain lightning is
Yeah.
whatever you said, d8s, I think, 10d8.
Yeah, I'm just...
So that would be 10d8 is 80 maximum theoretical damage. At 5th level you have 10d6. 6th level you have, which is 60. So then 66, 72. So at the same spell level, you're going to do more damage individually with chain lightning. Theoretically, obviously, they could both roll. One could roll absolute crap, but in mathematical theorem, the 6th level chain lightning is going to deal more theoretical damage than the 6th level fireball. So typically what we talked about when we were first talking about using the fireball versus chain lightning was if you've got a mass of people like the Orcish warband charging at us, hit them with fireball. If you've got 2 or 3 massively powerful opponents, then you can mollywop them with chain lightning when you don't have to worry about numbers. If there's only 2 of them, you can either hit them with a lower level, like a 5th or lower fireball, and you may well kill them, or you can hit them with a 6th level chain lightning, and you'll have a mathematically higher chance of killing them.
My concern is that dragons are really hard to kill, and that if I use a 6th level anything, I can't use a 6th level on it. And I only have 1 6th level and 1 7. I'm hoping that we don't need to use the retreat option on
Right.
the... but
As I said, it's your call, but I would not advocate using a 6th level fireball
No.
in place of a 6th
no,
level chain
I was
lightning.
going to do like a 4th,
Okay.
because I've got 2 of those. See, I could
So
use
4th
magic
level?
missiles, obviously, but
Okay.
let's see.
4th level chain lightning will be
4th level doesn't work for chain.
4th level fireball will be 9d6.
Yeah.
Dexterity save of 19 nowadays, isn't it? Or is it 20?
19, I have
19
What's your
for me.
save? What dex save?
yeah.
That's the one up here
Okay.
that I put down, right?
Okay. I assume you're going with fireball. Okay.
2, 4, 6, 8. Said 9, right?
Yes.
All 6s. Well, 4 of them isn't bad.
Sweet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 5. Six. 6 sixes is 36.
So 36? That definitely hurt them.
Yeah. Each, or did they?
No, they both failed to save.
Yay.
The funny orc is looking pretty hurt.
Good.
I'll check his spells real fast. Yeah.
His spells that he only maybe has, right?
No, we know he's a spellcaster.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the thing. You know he's a spellcaster. It's
Right.
just what kind of a spellcaster and how powerful he is. You know that it's less than you.
Mm-hmm.
Victor is going to continue carving into the ogres. So Kellenvor is going to make the attack first. That should hit. It's a 20 to hit. That's 14 points of damage to the first ogre. And he rears up, smashing his hooves out, and stoves in the ogre's chest. And one of the ribs must have punctured something because he just drops to his knees and then crashes face down on the ground, dead.
Wow, yay, Kellenborg. Woohoo!
So then, with that one down, Victor is going to move 10 feet over to the other one and attack himself.
Sounded strange. He said he's attacked himself.
Yes. So that's a 19? 19. For 11 points of damage. Second attack. It's only a 13, but that still hits. For 6 points of damage as he slices across the ogre's chest region, opens up a big slash there. The backswing opens the ogre's throat, and it collapses backwards from the force of backswing.
Well, Victor, woohoo!
Yeah. Edry, you're up.
All right.
Alzalon's on deck.
All right. Yes, Alzalon's on deck. So, I'm going to. Well, I've got my spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spiritual weapon the spellcaster.
Okay.
Get my papers here. Stay.
These asides from the DM at the camera are making me worried.
17.
That'll hit.
Oh, cool. All right. Now, we are at, it's level 4, so it's 2d8. Okay. 8. 2d8. 9. plus 10 is 19.
And that's a dead orc. Or yeah, that's a dead orc.
Whoa, spellcaster's gone.
As the side of his head gets dished in by the mace, he just collapses.
Sweet. That was my
Bonus action.
bonus action. So now I'm going to go after the same thing since it's. I can't do that again, can I?
No, but you can cast a cantrip.
Okay. So I'm going to cast. Surprise, surprise, flambe. That's kind of
At what?
at the other orc.
Okay.
How many are there?
There's just one.
Oh,
One. Is that-
roll
Whoa, okay. And I get
3d8.
3d. Alright. 2. 11. Another 4 is 15.
Now double that.
30. Ooh. Ooh.
Natural ones are natural ones. You
So-
wouldn't be saying you're sorry if you'd natural 20'd.
Yes, I did that. I'd be saying I'm sorry. Not instead of I'm sorry for you, I'd be saying I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So then that's
And
everything
it's
I can do.
Alzalon's turn. We're going to see if he gets his breath back.
He gets his breath.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
So his presence is worthless. So he is going to swoop down on you. And he's going to make a series of attacks on you.
A series.
Uh-huh.
How nice.
What have you got that you can protect yourself with?
I don't have any reaction spells.
Yeah, you.
Huh?
Yeah, you. Shield is a reaction.
Oh. So I can do a shield.
Yep.
Let's do a shield.
If that's the shield with the...
That's the staff. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I know I'm going to need that.
Yeah. Okay. First attack. This is. I'm going to bite you. Oh my. Go ahead and burn the what?
It was an old expression. people
Bite,
used to-
I know.
Yes.
So that's 2 charges off the staff, and that will land. That is a 28 to hit.
No, I don't get 28. I
Okay.
only...
That will be for the bite attack. That'll be that. Oh my god.
yeah, I have 19.
You have 24 with shield. on.
24? Okay.
But 28 will still break that.
Mm-hmm.
So you suffer 14 piercing damage. No. Yes, you suffer 15 piercing damage.
I get 3 left of my bonus.
And then 7 points of acid damage. And then he is going to
Second.
claw at you twice. Okay, an 18 will miss. Oh wow. And he's going to miss with his last claw attack.
So you did get a net 1?
Yeah.
But no harm because...
Well, he can't be disarmed.
Well,
And then his reroll was higher than the...
one of my goals is to disarm
Well,
him.
unless you have a Vorpal Blade, you can't disarm a dragon, so... oh, it's a thing.
Wow.
You can, if you score a critical hit with a Vorpal Blade, you remove either a limb or the head.
Where does one get this local blade?
Oh, it's hard. They're legendary artifacts.
Probably
You
have to
like-
take it away from the Jabberwock.
You have to take it away from something. You have to usually find it raiding something nasty, or like a dragon's hoard, or spending obscene amounts of money to acquire one.
Wow. Yeah.
So,
Wow, that's amazing.
But if you are a dragon hunter, it would, or if you knew you were going in and you had the option of buying one,
Dragon Slayer Longsword.
huh?
You deal extra d10s worth of damage to a dragon-type creature, which Victor has.
Yeah.
He took the sword of Lady Algandar
Okay.
from the Dragon Barrow after he traded it with, or got it from Tidal. I don't remember how he got it exactly, but
I remember that.
I think he traded Talon for it or something like
Yeah.
that. But regardless, you can't disarm a dragon because it has natural defenses that are attached to its body, so disarm didn't count. And I re-rolled to see if I could get a different option, and nothing occurred.
Okay.
So,
So no more damage. I only lost myself down to 100.
yes. So
From-
technically, that turn that I gave you should have been Finnan, so we're just going to retroactively swap the initiative
Oh,
order
you're right.
for 1 second here.
Sorry.
I know, I looked at it and I misread the F as an E.
Yes,
and I
right.
didn't look after Alzalon to be like, oh wait, that's
That's an E, right?
an E right there.
And I didn't
So-
look, so I just.
Oh no, you're right. So Finnan is going to take a run at the surviving orcs.
Orc
Just
set?
Yeah,
Two of
there's
them,
two of
yeah.
them.
Oh, okay.
He's going to take a run at it with his direwolf first to score pack tactics. And a more wounded one. Doesn't need it. That's a. It's 24 to hit.
Ooh.
And that's the direwolf?
Yes. That's 8 points of piercing damage. It does the Malinois lunge thing on the orc's throat.
Yeah.
Instead of since it's a direwolf, it's basically encasing most of the orc's head as it goes flying by.
No.
And then that completely rips the head loose. So he carries on the momentum of the charge into the other one and is going to stab it. That'll hit for a 26. Yeah, that's some sneaky game. Woo! Some sneak attack time. Oh, don't you do this to me now. Alright, we all know what time it is.
Ah, yes.
Make it rain.
Sweet, sweet sound.
Oh yes, so that will be 5, 11, 16, 21, 24, 30, 39 points of damage. On the orc, completely just eviscerating it as he runs by. With no melee opponents, he's going to forego the bonus action attack, and that will be his turn. Now we have the one remaining orc.
Oh, I thought we were going to.
The war chief is still alive.
Oh.
He is going to. He's going to charge Finn. He was aggressive to get in range. And take 2 swings at him. That's 15, which misses. That's a 14, which also misses. So Finnan is just dancing around the axe. And Elizabeth is going to charge on Shade Breath and execute Trampling Charge. Because she's got at least 20 feet of movement.
Cool.
So that means first Shade Breath attacks. Oh. That's a 10, which misses. But doesn't matter. Elizabeth's in range.
Ah.
That's a 28 to hit. That's a 21 to hit. That's a 12 to hit. 2 hits. 4, 8, 9 is 17 points of damage. That's and the war chief is still standing.
Oh my gosh. Don't even want to. Don't want to know.
Crud rolls on her part.
Yeah.
She should have eviscerated him,
Yeah.
but she missed with one of her attacks,
Yeah.
and she didn't roll above a 6 on either of her damage attacks. She rolled an 8 and a 9, respectively, plus 5. As in the plus 5 included in that number.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, she rolled a 3 and a 4.
Oh gosh.
When you were rolling for her, I thought you said 3 hits, and then you came back and said 2.
But because he said one number to hit, 12 did not hit.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
hear the does not.
The
hit.
12 does not hit, so that was
Okay.
2 points. That was 2 attacks that hit.
Okay.
And you're up again. It's a war chief on his last legs with Lisbeth and Shapewrath around him, and the rest of the party of the Terrible Trio getting ready to charge down on him. So he's out of the game. Let's
Yeah,
just
he's
say it.
pretty well
I'm just gonna
covered. Yeah.
manifest this hope
Yeah.
that the Terrible Trio will be able to mincemeat him before
Exactly.
the next round.
Exactly.
Because if Finnan's Direwolf and sneak attack and main attack and bonus action attack, and Victor's Kalimvor trampling charge and 3 more attacks cannot get him,
Right.
he leads a charmed life. Let him live in that run. I don't care anymore. Actually, just spit PG-rated curses at him and keep fighting. But
So the item that I get the most damage from, though, is Chain Lightning.
Uh-huh.
At the same level with anything else I've got.
Uh-huh.
So even though I can't chain it to anybody, it might do well to do Chain Lightning on the... oh, wait a minute. I've got a question for our general knowledge. Are black dragons resistant to lightning?
not typically.
Okay.
I'm going to quickly check something real fast here, because there's something else you have that is pretty darn cool.
Oh, okay.
But I don't remember what level it is or what you have. Okay. So, at the same level as Chain Lightning,
Mm-hmm.
you have Sunbeam,
Oh.
which is
I wanted
concentration.
to use that one before, and I couldn't. I actually used it. We thought I had Sunbeam, and then we found out that it was
That's Sunburst.
Sunburst.
Sunburst is 8th level.
Ah.
Sunbeam is what you used to maul the ghouls at the Siege of Leylon.
And what is its level? I mean, what
6.
is its...
So it's 6th level, but it's a concentration spell up to a minute. So what it does is 5 foot wide, 60 foot long line. Each creature in the line must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 6d8 radiant damage and is blinded until your next turn. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage and is not blinded by this spell.
Oh, let's use that one.
So, just
And it's there the next round.
correct. But to point out, it deals less damage, significant less
Yeah.
damage than the Chain Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a concentration spell for up to a minute. With that said, if you fire it from melee with the dragon where you are right now, because the dragon jumped you last round,
Oh.
you will take an opportunity attack. What I would suggest is Misty Step. 30 feet away, bonus action. I don't know if you can technically take an attack of opportunity from that, but from what it says in the spell,
That's a cantrip, right?
nope, that's
Oh.
a 2nd level spell,
Oh, okay.
and that duration, instantaneous, you teleport up to 30 feet from an occupied space you can see. And the way that I see it with attacks of opportunity, the way that those things work is as you leave a character's space or pass through it, to my mind at least, which is really what counts in this particular rule, the way that works is you have to be running away from them for them to get an attack of opportunity on you. Because if we're knuckled up, facing each other, and you turn to run away from me, I can whack you.
Mm-hmm.
If you poof your hands at me and you're 30 feet away from me,
Right.
I don't see myself getting an attack or opportunity.
I agree. I agree.
So the way that we rule it in my games for now, and that may change down the road as I find more research on it. But for this instant, what I would say is Misty Step would sacrifice a second level spell slot to get you out of reach of the dragon for this round.
And then I can't attack him.
And then you're right.
And I'm
Technically, you're
moving
right.
out of the way.
But you're casting a spell, so you would not be able to
Yeah.
cast another spell.
Yeah.
I
I can cast a cantrip.
You can cast a cantrip.
Okay,
But,
so I can move 30 feet away, and then I can hit with
Firebolt, yes. But bear in mind that if you maintain the dragon's concentration / ire, it will probably chase you. And it can probably move faster than 30 feet. So you can either run and risk an opportunity attack and get a good shot off at it with Sunbeam, or you can teleport, hit it with either nothing or a cantrip, and have it be on top of you next turn, probably, because you've continued to paste it with stuff, and it's also it's a black dragon, so they're like sadistic, and they delight in removing the weakest members of the attack party first. And while you're not weak in the objective sense of the word, it's pretty common knowledge that spellcasters are not particularly constitutionally endowed.
Yeah.
So, exactly.
We're crunchy.
And tastes good with ketchup. It will probably continue to try to attack you.
Regardless of what I do.
Regardless of what you do. So if you run 30 feet, you'll be able to get Sunbeam up. If you stay in its business and cast Sunbeam, it makes the save with advantage. If you run away to lose its advantage, then it gets an attack of opportunity on you. So, decisions to juggle. What are you gonna do?
What does color spray do again?
Color Spray is a spell that goes 15 feet cone from yourself. Roll 6d10. That the total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. Creatures in a 15-foot cone originating from you are affected in ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures and creatures they cannot see, starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points. Each creature affected by the spell is blinded until the end of your next turn. Subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the creature with the next lowest hit points. A creature's hit points must equal or be less than the remaining total for that creature to be affected.
I've got that as a first level.
It is.
That's a lot of damage for first level.
No, it's not damaging at all.
Oh.
It's 6d10 worth of hit points. So, for example, if you have 30 if you roll 30 out of that, then you can affect a creature that has 30 or less hit points, and they get blinded. If you would, for example, play a goblin and it's got 5 hit points, you now have 25 hit points of creatures that you can affect with.
It's not worth it on a dragon.
No, it's not going to be effective against a dragon.
Yeah.
Unless it's like really, really mollywopped.
Right.
So, right.
And
If you
he's
were
not been
attacking,
attacked yet.
correct. So a fully healthy dragon is not even going to be affected. Sunbeam, on the other hand, will blind it if it fails. So,
Well, here's the thing. If I run, it's just going to chase me. And I've only got so many level 2s that I could do that kind of running.
correct. And you can't cast Sunbeam after casting Teleport or Misty Step.
And if I cast Sunbeam on this turn, is it, and disadvantage, it saves, okay?
Mhm.
It still gets some damage, unless it does a 20. And the next time, the next turn, it's a re-roll for the damage.
I think that, well, how do we, if that's how we do it for Flaming Sphere, then yes.
Right, that's how you would proclaim this
If we do 1 damage roll for Flaming Sphere, we do 1 damage roll for any of the concentration spells.
Well, I'm just thinking in terms of the saving.
It makes it, you can then, well, no, sorry, with Sunbeam, the way that it is you can redirect the damage beam, so you can pull it back and then cast, and then pop it out again, kind of like blinkering a lantern.
Well, I'm thinking that it's for a full minute, which is
10 rounds.
10 rounds. And if I'm going to use it, I'm better off not running, taking a chance that I might be able to blind it. Because if I can blind it, then I can probably move away.
Yes.
I thought about casting invisibility.
And you can do that too. You can cast invisibility, and then its attack of opportunity to be made with disadvantage if you ran away from it. And you would basically run to wherever you wanted to go, and then you would either hold invisibility up.
It's what kind of a spell?
Possible concentration, but
Yeah.
regardless, it's a time spell. I need to double check something really fast on Black Dragons. We've inspired them. That's the wrong animal.
And I'm sorry I have all of these discussions, but I'm still trying to figure.
Okay.
What's that? Oh, it's not something I know.
No.
Okay. I thought you were going to tell me.
No, no, I'm not going to tell you that one.
Okay. So I'm going to do
So
Sunbeam.
Sunbeam, alright. So the dragon makes the save at advantage.
And this is how many what's?
6 d8s, I think. Okay. Okay, so it's going to use one of its legendary resistances.
5, 13, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 3, right? 17. And 7 is 24. And that's for, you said 5 of them?
6.
6. 31. And 1 is 32.
Okay, so that's halved down to 16, and it is not blind. As it burns one of its legendary resistances to automatically succeed.
Well, 16 points of damage is 16 points of damage.
And a legendary resistance is a legendary resistance.
And what?
A legendary resistance is a legendary resistance.
So that's
So on the end of your turn, it is going to use one of its legendary actions to make. Let's see here. Yes. It's gonna make a tail attack on you. That will be that is a miss.
cool.
Tail swipes by overhead.
I was getting all set to subtract my 100.
Okay.
I fainted at the sight, and briefly fainted and swooned and got out of the way as I went lower than it thought that any wizard with a pointed hat could get.
Yes. So then Victor is going to.
But that's not its turn.
No,
It
that's
was
a legendary action.
Yeah.
Victor is going to charge the. No, Victor's going to leave the War Chief for Thin and the Direwolf. And he is going to fire a longbow shot at the dragon because he's further than 60 feet away from you. He's probably closer to 100, 120 feet away from you now.
Oh, that's right. The dragon is down on the ground now.
And it's on top of you, so you're at the far end of the valley from him, so he's going to move Kellenbor's full distance, then fire 3 longbow shots at the dragon. Or, you know, ask me Kellenbor move. Huh? He's got 60-foot distance. He's got 60 speed. Kellenbor's gonna bum rush the dragon.
Oh, yes. This is one gutsy horse. We like
This is
it.
a horse with more guts than sense, and we're going to see him in a minute if we're not careful. So that's a... Wow. Okay. No, it can't attack. Never mind. Because he used his dash action. Shoot. Okay. That could have been really cool.
So do you want him to get that close then? If he can't attack when he gets there?
Well, Victor can. Kellenbor can't. Kellenbor runs 60 feet, dashes 60 feet-ish, give or take 20 feet, and is on the dragon's back side. And Victor is going to make his attacks. Oh, that's a 12, a miss. 18 misses. 16 misses. So he slashes 3 times and it just kind of clanks off the dragon's scaly hide. And at the end of Victor's turn, it's going to use its second legendary action to make another tail attack, this time at Victor. Not Kellenbor. I'm being slightly merciful. Ouch. That's a 29 to hit. So he takes... What's it? Oh. 12 points of damage. He just kind of gets clipped across the side of the head with the underside of the tail. Do you happen to have the maximum number of hit points, the temporary hit points that you rolled written down anywhere?
I do.
Good. Keep hold of them because I don't have them in my D&D Beyond account.
Just for me, right?
Well, for in case we take a long rest before Hero's Feast wears off, our maximum hit points is equal to the temporary hit points granted by Hero's Feast. So we come back to that.
Oh, cool.
That's his turn. Finnan is going to go. And the direwolf is going to attack first, so advantage on that is not necessary as usual. That's 2d6 points of damage. Plus 3 is 11. Strength saving throw from the Orc War Chief. Fails. He is now prone.
Ooh.
Then it is going to stab him with advantage. Not that he needs it. 30. A flying leap off the belly straight on the corner. That's less, so yeah, we're going to go with the 30. I'm not even going to roll. He's dead.
Alright.
He's very dead. So Alzalon's the only one left on the battlefield.
I've got this is after the fact, but Elizabeth's the only one that does not have a distance weapon, right?
We're about to find out.
Okay.
She got something from, or not bought, she acquired something on the ship, if you recall.
I didn't. Okay.
Do you recall?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I remember she found it.
Oh, she's got something that actually...
Well, first she's got the Circlet of Blasting that she's had since Evandeth's lair,
Right.
which is 120-foot range.
Some special gem,
And then,
I recall.
yeah, let's roll a history check.
Yes, I do have that recollection. 17.
Javelins of Lightning.
Oh, yes! 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 Oh,
3 of
I
them.
forgot about that. Huh?
3 of them. So,
Smack 'em all.
on the end of Finnan's turn, Alzalon's going to take his final legendary action and make another tail attack against you. And
Of course.
Well, a 21 misses you because you have 24 armor class.
Does that mean I have to put on another 2?
Or
Or is it... I can't remember.
oh no, you got your turn back, so you would have had your reaction. So yes, you have to take another 12 or take the hit. Your call. Now Alzalon is going to get all 3 of his legendary actions back at the start of his turn. And he is going to see if he gets his master back. Okay.
So he used one that he already out of the... And then he gets to get him back after
He can
himself.
use. He has 3 legendary actions that he can use, kind of like an interrupt action
Uh-huh.
at the end of other players' or other characters' turns, and then on his turn he gets all of his legendary actions back.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So then he gets his breath back, and he is going to circle up and away. No, he's not. He's just going to hold on to it for now. He's going to continue to batter at you. Shields up from the legendary action, but that is a 27 to hit. For the claw, for the first claw, 27. Second claw is a 17, misses. Bite is a natural 20. Nothing else happens, but it's a natural 20 nonetheless. So for the first claw attack is a miss, second claw attack is a hit, so that would be 14 points of damage from the claw, and then 10 points of piercing damage,
24.
and 1 point of acid damage.
25, so I'm down to 70.
25 total points of damage.
Yeah. I was.
Yep.
So I'm down to 75.
Yeah.
That's all I was trying to do. I didn't want to write more than one takeaway.
Edra, you're up. Elizabeth's on deck.
Okay, what I'm going to do, because I can't get to you, but I can get to you possibly the next turn.
How far away were you at the start of the fight?
Way back.
You were with the wizard, weren't you?
No, we stayed apart from each other.
Well, you were, but you were in the same
We were
general vicinity as the wizard.
True,
right?
and then he ran how
He
far?
didn't run anywhere. The dragon came to him. The dragon flew 80 feet in its first rush on the battlefield, and then pounced on. Well, first it flew onto the battlefield, strafed Victor with an acid breath, then continued its flight for its next turn and pounced on Roger.
So this is what I've got here. Is a protection from energy. For the duration, the willing creature you touch has resistance to one damage type of your choice: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder.
Yep. So if you're within 30 feet of him, you can run up to him and cast protection from energy.
She puts herself within striking
Melee
distance
distance of the dragon.
Right.
from the dragon.
Right. Please do not think I'm being selfish here. I'm trying to think tactically. If I protect myself first from the acid, he'll still be able to bite me and hit me and stuff like that. But then I can still spiritual weapon him. I'm not saying.
And then next round you can. No, I don't think. I think it's a concentration spell. Is it a
Oh, it is. Up to an.
If it's a concentration spell, then you can't cast more than one of those.
Okay.
But the protection energy on yourself, you can walk up and put some healing points into the wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you get attacked,
Right.
any acid damage he
Right.
deals will not. I will have or reduce completely.
Okay.
One of the first rules of strategy is protect your cleric.
Yep. Protect the healer. It was like the
Yeah.
8th rule or the 7th rule or something like that of
Right.
the player's guide. You got it somewhere in your notes.
Yes, exactly.
So, protection from energy on yourself works. You can set that to acid.
Yes, I'm setting that to acid.
So you cast protect from energy on yourself. You can then use a bonus action to move the spiritual weapon up to 60 feet.
Right.
Which you're probably, at that point the weapon is about 60 feet away from the dragon.
Okay. Still 60 feet away from
Because you were close to 120 feet when
Right.
you cast it, whatever
Right.
the casting distance of that thing is. You said you were hitting the orc in the head, so you had to have moved it that far.
Right.
Yeah.
How far, what is the casting range on spiritual weapon?
Let me see if I can make something. Let me find it before I go home. Where is
I win.
Okay.
60 foot range.
60.
So you would have had to have moved it the full 60 feet on its turn. You would have cast it 60 feet away from yourself, moved it the full 60 feet that it can move.
Right. And that was away from the dragon,
You
right?
move 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
So then you would have cast at the beginning of the fight when you were scrapping with the orc.
Right.
You would have cast it 60 feet away, moved it 60 feet, whacked him. Then now you're moving it back 60 feet for your action, so it's still 60 feet away from you, Rongir, Victor, and the dragon.
But it's
Or
my
your general.
bonus action, right?
It's your bonus
Okay.
action,
And then that's
because you
the-
used your action to cast Protection from
Protection.
Protection.
Okay, so that's what I can do. Okay.
So, it's your turn. Elizabeth is going to charge within 30 feet of the... No, she's 120 feet away. Yeah, she's going to charge within 30 feet of the dragon and launch the first of her javelins of lightning.
What tattoos does she have for protection? Does
Fire
she
and
have
poison.
acid?
Fire and poison.
Not acid.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't think this through.
I'm sorry.
What?
Well, I distracted you while you were...
So you can't hear what she's saying from her, but she mutters something under her breath as she draws the javelin back to her ear, hurls it. You can see her lips moving. And as the javelin leaves her hand, a crackling line of lightning erupts from the tail of the javelin. And yeah. As it, let's see if it hits. Oh dear, that is a miss. So as it sails past the dragon, it thuds into the ground beyond it, transforming back into a regular javelin. She's then going to do that again because she has. She has 3 of them. That's even worse. That's a 12. Oh, that's 11, excuse me. Misses. That's a 22. That does hit. So, dragon suffers. $17 points of combined piercing and lightning damage.
Now, are these reusable, like if she can recover them? Or do they have to have a rest or rest?
Yes, it still works it can't be used again until the next dawn.
Okay, that's what I was curious about. I was hoping it wasn't you can use them once and then they're forever javelins.
No. These are...
But they can still be used as javelins.
And they still count as a magic weapon. So, against something that only gets damaged by magic weapons, it will still count as a magic weapon.
Okay.
So... And... end of Lisbeth's turn, it is going to use 2 of its legendary actions. So the way that works, this is the wrong manual again. Excuse my mutterings. What do you say? So are you at this point within 10 feet of the dragon? I forgot if you moved closer.
I didn't.
Okay. So
I
then
moved
you,
my spiritual
Kellenbor, and Victor have to make a dexterity saving throw. As the dragon suddenly begins pounding the air with its wings. Oh boy. They both fail.
What?
I said they both fail.
I failed.
Okay, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone.
And Victor and Kellenbor too. Ouch.
How many?
11.
But if I have an action, I can stand up. I mean, not as an action.
You
as
can-
a bonus action. I can stand up.
You can take half your movement to stand up.
And I'm not moving anywhere, because if I do that, then you can...
Aye.
What?
I said aye. Kellenbor's not looking so good.
Oh,
Can
He
I,
got pretty badly mauled by that windy flurry.
can I help Kellenbor?
You can cast healing stuff on him, yes. Or we could pour a potion down his throat, I suppose, or something like that, yes. He's only got 19 hit points to start with. So, losing 11 really set him back pretty bad. He's not in good shape. And Ron-Gary, you're up.
well, I've got Sunbeam still, or whatever. No.
Yeah, make... Oh, crud.
Wait a minute,
Oh,
wait a minute.
FUD. Oh, no, this is not good. Okay. I hit you twice with the multi-attack, right? On Alzalon's turn?
Yes.
25 points of damage total?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws at advantage to see if you maintain your concentration on the Sunbeam spell. Which is new for me because you don't do a lot of concentration spells, sorry.
20.
Okay, that succeeds.
Yeah, I'm gonna not roll twice because there's no reason to do
That was
it.
a natural 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. 1 second.
That's
on that.
20
One second,
plus
one second,
something.
1 second. There's something important I need to tell you about that. If that was a natural 20 on a Constitution saving throw. Where are you? Find you on the page.
That was it. Forgot about that. It's going to be to our game.
Critical saving throws. You gain hit points. You regain hit points equal to 1 hit die. So roll a d6.
Five.
You regain 5 hit points.
So I'm now at 69.
That's good.
And then for your second attack, or the second attack by the dragon that actually hit you, roll
Mhm.
another Constitution saving throw at advantage. Yeah. Oh,
9, 10,
plus what?
2, 12.
Okay. Well. Okay, should still be on.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to do the
Sunbeam.
sunbeam, which means I've got to roll
6d8.
68. There we go.
He's going to use another one of his legendary
Seven.
resistances to.
15. 15, 22. 23, 4, 5, 25. And 6.7. 32.
Okay. Let's halve down to 16, and he is not blind.
Since he has this legendary thing, I can never blind him. Right? Since he's always able to have it and... Isn't that right?
I don't know.
I'm just...
So, then we have Victor. No, wait, sorry.
Yeah.
End of your turn.
Oh, right.
Is going to. No, he's not. Victor is going to fire a longbow shot at him. That's something sucky. Yeah, it's like a 14 or 15 to hit. Misses. And that's a 22, 23 to hit, which does hit. So that's 8 points of damage. These are supplies to require. Third and final attack. I'm an imbecile. I need to do something really fast here. That would mean this. I'm gonna retroactively use one of Victor's uses of Indomitable.
Of what?
Indomitable. And he's going to re-roll the saving throw for the Wingbeat Flurry Constitution saving throw. It does not save. That was even worse. What?
Can, at this point in time, horses are useless against a dragon.
Only if it doesn't come down to play.
But
If the dragon has its acid breath, it's going to get up. If it doesn't, it's going to probably come down to try and fight.
I was
So-
just thinking in terms of possibly Lisbeth should tell her horse to get out of there.
Maybe. For
Unless
now, though,
we're going to heal it.
Victor's going to take his... where is it? Potion of Healing, regular, and bonus action pour it into Kellenbor's mouth. So that is 2d4 plus 2. Nine points of damage back to Kellenbor. Almost back up to full health.
Good. I just worry about the horses.
Okay. Now it is Finnan's turn. He's going to kind of strafe off to one side so as not to be in direct line with anyone, or trying to be that way anyway. So he's just kind of zigzagging away as he fires his short bow. That's a 24 to hit for another 8 points of damage. And that is his turn. His air supply is fine. Yeah. Then Alzalon, with his breath back, is going to circle around and take the pair of you in line.
The pair of who? Okay.
Look, it's either you guys or he takes Victor and Kellenbor, and Kellenbor's going to
I
die.
completely understand that.
So I really
No,
don't
I
want
was
him to get resolved.
just trying to think of where we were.
You're within 60 feet of each other, I assume, in some cardinal direction. So he's going to circle around and strafe the pair of you. Because it was either strafe the pair of you or turn Kellenbor into acid sludge.
No.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that you left your riding horses in
Yes.
the mouth of the valley well out of harm's way.
Well, which is why we're probably lagging behind a little bit.
I need the two of you to make dexterity saving throws.
So mine has advantage. I do it with advantage because I'm protected, or how does that work?
So that will give you resistance.
Okay.
So whatever damage comes in.
I get damage.
Okay.
14.
I had 5.
No kidding me.
I don't have enough dice for this.
That's with the plus.
What'd you get?
5.
That's a dexterity saving throw. And you got.
I got 14.
Hang on, I don't have enough dice for this.
You could just not do it.
You don't have enough dice for all the damage?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm dead.
Ye of little faith, you only take 64 points of damage.
The maximum?
That's 64 points of damage you just took.
Well, I got
Since you didn't
69 total.
So you're not dead.
No, I
5
mean,
points of damage.
how much damage do I get?
64!
Okay, so I've got 5 left then.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And you take 32 points of damage because of your protection from energy acid resistance. I think is how that works. I'm going to double check it really fast. You can erase it here.
I didn't realize that you would actually come up with the number because you said you didn't have enough dice.
Yeah, I got a dice roll on my computer.
Ah.
That's what I did last time.
It's big like this. It rolls in the computer.
Resistance, so half. So 32.
Okay. Alright. Ouch.
So then we come to a you.
Alright.
I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws at advantage.
Which we get advantage from the
At
hero
advantage
piece?
because of war test.
11 plus 2 is 13. 16 plus 2 is 18.
Constitution is still +2, so I've got 19.
Huh?
You maintain concentration, Edra.
Okay.
Rongir, as the acid washes over you, the pain just envelops your mind, and unfortunately, you have lost concentration on something. You had to beat, like.
Sure.
Usually, the way those things work is you have to beat either half the damage inflicted, or 10, whichever is the greater number. You had to beat a 32, which would have only
Which
been.
is impossible.
Natural 20 would have done it, but that was the only way you could have done it. With 64 points of damage, the only way out would have been a natural 20.
We have superior potion. How much is that?
Superior will be. Give me 1 second here. Where's the superior potion? Oh, here it is. Yeah, that'll be 8d4 plus 8, which if you take it as your action. 16, 20, that'll be 40 points of healing.
Possible.
Maximum, if you take it as an action. No, you take it as, we agreed a while back that if you take the potion as an action, taking the full 6 seconds to imbibe the contents, you max whatever your healing
I
is.
automatically max it.
If you roll for a bonus action, like what Victor just did to shotgun Kellenvar back to life, for a bonus action, you roll the dice. Otherwise, you just take the maximum healing. So for a superior healing potion, that will be 40 points of healing that you will take
And
if you
no-
use an action.
No
If you use a
action.
bonus action, you will roll the 8d4 plus 8. Your call. Heal 40 points and do nothing.
Yeah, I'm down
Or-
to 5,
Uh-huh.
but... and I'm up, aren't I?
You're
Did Elizabeth have her turn?
no, that's the next thing is Edra's technically up.
I'm not.
I just had you guys taking the concentration checks for the
Sure.
acid
Yeah, I have to
splash.
wait for my turn in
Because
order to get
yes,
stuff back.
yes, but at
That's
such
something to
time
think
as your
about.
turn rolls around again, you will have to decide: do you want to take an action or a bonus action in the interim?
So,
Edra, since you
She's
have
fine.
maintained your concentration because you rolled a 19, which you only had to beat a 16, you succeed
okay.
because you only took 32 points of damage. I know, mutter.
Okay.
You're like sizzling, you're steaming, it smells very, very caustic around you. There is no more grass in the line between you and that. The ground is just smoking, you're smoking. Yeah, and it hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts.
This,
Better than most.
The sun...
Fortunately, I've
whatever-
never had acid burns, but fire burns are probably something not dissimilar.
I would think.
This was 6th
So I'm
level
gonna-
when the sun... I'm sorry, I forgot to mark
If
it
I
off.
move my hammer to
60 feet. I don't know what the vertical limit on that thing is, but I'm assuming it's not got one really.
outright, yeah.
So if you want to try and move it about 60 feet up in the air, you'll probably be able to attack him
Okay.
at this point.
All right.
Take a swing.
Yep.
Thank goodness for Warcast, right? Natural 20. Roll again.
5.
Okay, nothing happens, but
Oh, but I gotta
roll the 2 d8s and double the dice.
And what?
Double the dice.
Oh, sorry. What a time.
Snake
Plus
eyes.
10. So I
What
got.
was it?
So I got 3. So it's 6. Plus 10 is 16.
16.
No
We're doing a
good.
lot of 16 points of damage around this guy.
Yeah, we are. I'm just throwing like 16s at him, like it's gonna do something to him. I'm feeling like poof, poof, poof.
Whereas back in the day, like pre-level 10, it was like 16 points of damage was like monumental points of damage
Oh,
before we
feeling-
encountered adult dragons.
Yes, I am feeling weak, and
Hey, you're still alive.
this is true.
And the dragon has been being hurt. You can see that the combat is taking its toll. So then it is Elizabeth's turn. She's going to first. She's gonna not fire at this point. She's gonna take her action to recover the javelins. So she's gonna run around collecting javelins. and that's her action. That's her turn because she doesn't want to lose them.
Yeah.
And if we're forced to flee, then she doesn't want to leave them behind.
Correct.
So you're up. What do you want to do with your action?
I'm torn between wanting to be able to hit the dragon with something and having guaranteed 45 points.
40.
I have
Oh,
5.
45, yes. Make your choice. Time's ticking. The sands of time have begun to pour against you.
I'm going to do a bonus action.
Bonus action healing?
Mm.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
8d4. 8d4. Huh.
Hmm?
Elizabeth
know.
has not even been hit yet. It's so ironic
Yes.
that our grand plan just went to crud the minute the dragon came over the hill.
Yeah. It's always good to have a plan until the first shot's fired, right?
No plan survives draconic contact.
That's right.
So one, I think,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
19, isn't it?
19.
What about the gray one?
Huh?
The gray one behind the pink. No, the gray one behind the pink. No,
Oh.
the gray one behind the pink. Yes.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
That's why I asked.
That's
Yeah,
19.
19.
19 plus 8 is 20. You regain 27 hit points.
Not bad. Not bad.
And I can still attack.
Right.
Yes.
That's what we need.
So, what do you do?
Well, I'm not going to use a 7 because we want that. In case we want to bug out.
Uh-huh.
And come back and fight it again.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to take a... level 3 lightning bolt.
Okay.
Level 4. I'm sorry, level 4 lightning bolt.
Doesn't matter.
Why, 20?
Sorry.
Level 3.
No, you said level 4 before I rolled, so.
Okay. Actually, you rolled, but that's cool. Yeah.
Whew, okay.
1 in 20 chance.
Yep, absolutely.
Unless it's against me in this particular encounter.
Well, let's just keep moving
Although
forward.
I got a 20.
You did.
Yeah.
So, that brings us to Victor. When you fire 3 more longbow shots at it. 28.
I misused a cantrip.
No, sorry, that's a 26, but regardless, still hits. 8 points of damage. 14 misses. 18 misses. This line is 5. So that's 8 points of damage against the one scale. Hurts for the arrow.
What?
He finds one spot that the scale's been knocked loose by your spiritual weapon and manages to shoot it
Good job.
and actually pierce the hide.
Excellent.
How much damage?
8. Finnan's up. He's gonna fire a short bow shot at it. Still
He's going
just
to aim at the arrow where it's sticking in.
kind of jinking around, trying not to be in line with anyone, so as not to present a target.
Right. Right.
Pretty much all three of the fighters just kind of
Moving everywhere.
trying to maintain a constant pattern of not me.
Right.
And
It should have taken some movement to get to
yeah, that's not gonna work. That's 16 misses. And his air supply strike. And on his turn, it is going to swoop down across. No, it's not in range anymore. Never mind. It's fine. Oh well. On its turn, it's going to get all its legendary actions back. We'll see if it gets its acid breath back. Huh. It does. It's going to target, I think, have either of you moved at all?
I did not choose to. I should have, but I didn't think to move.
That's what I said. I wish that I had.
Oh, okay.
I'm just curious from my perspective.
What?
If you only have 2 points, it doesn't matter where we go, we're always going to be lined up with each other, right?
Yes, but you can also try and get out of approximately 60 feet of each other,
Gotcha.
which they're trying to do. They're kind of like zigzagging away from each other in
Sure,
three different
that makes sense.
approximate directions. We'll try not to get close to you guys.
Right.
So they're just kind of like scattering. Like Finnan's going up the slope, Victor's kind of moving up slope as well. Elizabeth's like running straight down the valley, and they're all trying to get about 70 feet away from each other,
Okay.
while staying 70 feet away from you guys.
Right. Okay.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I can either be merciful or I can play the character.
The character.
Play the
he's-
Playing the character. You're making some dexterity saving throws for me.
Is that any good?
Nope.
it. 17. And I'm dead.
You just barely succeed. You just barely fail.
I'm dead.
Or not.
Well,
You take 37 points of acid damage. How
And
many
I
did you
have-
have?
I have. What was it? Shoot.
19.
You got
Plus-
27. You were at 5. You got 20.
How much did he add to his 19? 'Cause he
8.
got, so it's 27.
So you got 32. You were at 32 if I recall correctly, because you said you were at 5.
Mhm.
You bonus actioned. You got 27, so that's 32.
So I've got 32, and you're taking away what?
37.
So I'm minus 5.
No, you're 0.
Okay.
So you're at 0 hit points. You are unconscious.
Okay.
You take 16 points of acid damage and make a Constitution saving throw. Plus anything?
Constitution saving +2.
Unfortunately, you lose concentration on spiritual weapon. Was that the advantage roll?
Oh, no, it wasn't. Oh,
Warcaster.
that's
I
right.
didn't do an advantage. I just
For the
rolled one.
concentration check.
Oh,
Hallelujah.
you
Okay.
can't have a concentration if you're unconscious.
Exactly. You lost consciousness and concentration at the same time.
I
So
didn't have
15
it
plus
again.
2 is 17. Is that enough?
That's fine. You had to be like 8 or something. It was.
Oh, that's right. It has to do with the
10.
acid, doesn't
You had
it?
to
I
be
forgot
10.
about
You have to
that.
be either
Yeah,
half the weapon
yeah.
damage or 10, whichever is higher.
All right. I was thinking of a solid number that I was going
No,
after.
you had to
Okay.
go after. You had to be a 10. You had to be 10.
Okay.
Basically.
All right.
So you maintain concentration. You look over, and like however far away from you the wizard is, He's in a smoking heap.
Great.
It is Elizabeth's turn. She is going to. At this point, she's useless.
Yeah.
But she's going to chuck 2 javelins. She's going to chuck 3 javelins, the regular ones, at disadvantage, and just kind of hope.
Because he's too far away?
He's not 120 feet away, but he's over 30 feet away. So she's got a 30, 120 regular disadvantage roll distance. So he's within the 120 foot distance of that. So she's going to huck 3 javelins at disadvantage and hope that something does something. That's a miss. Not really expecting anything else. That is also a miss. That's a 14 plus 13 plus 9 and does miss. Sorry. She's throwing javelins, but they're either just not making it, or they're going wide, or there's pinging off the javelin, off the dragon's hide. So then that brings us back to you. I will make your death saving throw for you. Okay. And that brings us to Victor.
What happened to me?
You rolled a death save.
Yeah.
I don't tell you guys that way. I've never told you guys what happens.
Okay.
I don't know why you're upset. I've never.
No,
told you.
I'm trying to figure out. It doesn't affect my status.
Not yet.
Okay.
I'll tell you when something changes.
Okay.
But it adds an element to the game where you don't get to know, okay, he's failed 2, we need to get to him, or he saved 2 and failed none, so we can leave him alone for a while. All you know is he's unconscious, and I explained this to you guys probably 2 years ago when I first started working on this, maybe 3 at this point, when we started me roll death save and not tell you that this was why we were doing it. You guys were okay with it at the time, so.
Yep.
Victor is going to keep zigzagging up the slope. And he's going to fire 3 shots at that's 1 hit for 11 points of damage.
Ooh, wonderful. Oops. I almost gave those to Victor.
Finnan is going to similarly just keep pelting up the slope away from everyone. And he's going to make a disadvantaged shot with short bow. That's a 25 will hit. That's 10 points of damage. Alzalon is going to yeah, they'll have split from their animals at this point, had them run,
Yeah.
and then they keep running on foot, so he's going to swoop down on Finnan, seeing him as the next most vulnerable creature. And does he get his breath back? No, he does not. So he's going to land next to Finnan and attack him with bite. Misses. Claw. Hits. Claw. Hits. So 20 and 22. So that's... Go. 18 points of damage. Then Uncanny Dodge is the first one, so that's halved to 5, and halved to 4, and 9 is 13 points of damage. Makes you feel any better? He still hasn't tapped his actual hit points. That is Alzalon's turn. Edra, you're up.
Alright. So, I have this thing at 7th level called Firestorm. It's 7d10 fire damage. On a failed save or half that much on a successful one. So I'm just, I know you're thinking,
You looked at me like you were...
No. I'm just thinking here. What I'm going to say is we've had only one time around on a death save, so we're not like teetering on the very last one way or the other.
She
So,
has a point.
so
She has a point.
I'm not...
so
No, I wasn't gonna... I was...
it's not that I don't want you
Kill
upright,
the thing.
but I'm trying to deal my best damage here.
What's the casting range on it?
150 feet.
You're fine.
So can I bonus action and get a little bit further away from? Well, I'll be further away because of my bolt protection makes some never mind.
You can use your movement to move.
Uh-huh.
You can use your action to either attack, cast a spell, etc., or dash, which moves your up to your full movement. So
So what I think I'm going to do is cast this and then move.
okay.
So we will do that. So this is a verbal and somatic.
Okay.
So somatic would be cool.
He has some stuff in there if you want. Latin phrases.
Oh,
for
right.
spellcasting.
Yeah, I would like something cool.
There it is. Hmm.
Maybe I'll do that. It is called Appreciate Indo, which it grows as it goes. Appreciate Indo.
Okay. So that's a dexterity saving throw?
This
And it has legendary resistance to succeed.
and then I have 10
Whatever.
to 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a half-down success, correct?
Yes, yeah, but at least I get to do some damage to it.
Want some d10s?
Huh?
Want some more d10s?
Sure, I'll take them.
Got them over in that tray to your right, Ted. There's like 3 or 4, maybe a few more. And I've got a handful in here. Three here.
I've got one. Actually, I've got... Yeah, one.
Some of those
Shoot,
are
shoot,
D100s.
I'm so sorry.
Some of the ones you're looking at are also D100s, so be aware of that.
So that just means that I'm gonna call it a 9 instead of a 90, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I could have given you one of those.
The orange and reds are D10s.
Oh,
There's one more.
but I already rolled one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do half at a time. Ish.
You can use the bigger cup.
Oh yeah, that's okay. +9. 1 second. So that's 58.
Halved to 29.
Let's see if I sort of get it out again. I'm just going to put all of you to here and let you take the ones that you have. Hang on a second.
Dad had a deep green one.
Just this one.
And everything else was mine. So you can put that back over there.
So it's 29 for you.
Yes. Cool.
And then I'm gonna dishy dash around to get a little further away from him.
Okay. Elizabeth is gonna throw more javelins. Well, kind of hiking up the slope. And she's gonna hide behind a rock to give herself a little bit more cover. And actually, she's not gonna throw any javelins. She's gonna take the hide action behind the rocks. She's gonna at disadvantage. Ooh. Nope. She is really unstealthy. She slips on a rock and falls halfway out from behind it, but she does have half cover from attack.
Okay.
Long gear. And Victor is also going to take the hide action at this point. No, he's not. He's gonna fire arrows at it.
Since I'm unconscious, I can't take a potion. Somebody has to give me one.
Correct. That's a miss. That's a hit for 5 points of damage. It's a natural 20 for 17 points of damage.
That's Victor against the dragon.
22 points of damage. The dragon is looking badly hurt. Sorry, I missed the mark. It's been looking rough for about 2 turns.
Oh, that's comforting. I thought we were heading on our way like to 1,200 points and we're
No,
trying to
no.
get this thing going.
I thought it was like a 150-point dragon or something.
No, I knew it wasn't that. That's not enough, but I was worried about... Okay.
Finnan is going to take the hide action for a bonus action. Because Rose can do that. And get, holy smite, 28. So he does manage to hide.
Cool.
And then he's going to get advantage on the attack because he is hidden.
Ooh, yay.
That's 20, which does hit.
Yes.
And because he's hidden, he gets a...
Because he has an advantage on the attack.
Let it rain.
Ah. Am I good?
What's wrong? A lot of ones.
$32 points of damage.
Well, that's not anything to sneeze at. We're very happy.
It is for Finnan.
I appreciate it, but Finnan, we love you.
And the dragon is going to retroactively have taken a legendary action to move away from Finnan,
So then,
so that he could actually do that.
Ah,
So that's the wing beat attack. That's the long dice. Finnan took 11, we'll just say 11 points of damage. He was proned out.
and prone.
He was prone, he got up, hid, fired.
Gotcha.
The dragon is looking bad.
Good.
Bad.
We want it to be bad.
It is going to start flying away.
No! Okay, so can I throw something at it? Because I got 100 and... Really can...
Well, it is currently probably close to 150 feet away from you. It's the very edge of your spellcasting ability.
I got the big boots.
So what?
I can...
You can't move for your reaction.
I have to do my action. If I
right.
just jump
Well, no,
with my big
it's
boots.
on its turn right now. It's moving for its turn. So it's going to move 160 feet away.
No.
Straight line, just beelining it off the battlefield.
No, we were so close.
Yes,
We were so close.
Black dragons don't stay and die. It was like I held it about 2 turns longer than I was planning to, because stuff was happening. But black dragons don't stay to die. They live to fight another day. That's the whole thing with them. They're not willing to. They'd rather die than submit. But if they have an escape route, they will take it. So it's going to move 80 feet for its movement, another 80 for its dash, and it's going to be 160 feet away from Finnan, who's probably close to 150 feet away from you. Well, we'll just say conservatively he's 120 feet away from you. That's
So
still
is it-
280 feet away from you.
I've got nothing.
So is it going to continue to go after? I mean, the fight's over.
Fight's over.
Yeah.
So we need
at this
to
point, I'll say
give
you
this guy-
can either cast Spare the Dying,
Yeah.
which is a cantrip,
Right. That's what I
and
got
that
here.
will stabilize him
Right.
for, which means in 1d4 hours he will wake up with 1 hit point,
Okay.
or you can use a spell on him.
I'm gonna cantrip him.
Okay?
Well, wait a minute. What if I can't dash to him and give him a healing potion?
You can do that too. That's what I'm saying. You
what's-
can heal him, you
Oh, I
can
thought you
spell
said
him,
spell.
you
Okay.
can potion him, you can spell him, or you can Spare the Dying.
I'm gonna potion him and get him to the point where he can cast Layman's tiny hut for us.
Okay. Well, he has a 7th level spell.
I saved my 7th level. I can get us back to where we want to go.
You can go back. You can go back.
Oh, okay.
You can either teleport away, or you can cast the mansion, and in the morning figure something else out. Your call.
Well, have we fulfilled the
Not
quest?
technically.
No.
You killed it. So you can either sit in the mansion and try to track it down in the morning. Well, technically 8 hours later.
Right.
It'll be, or you can take a short rest, which is
Which
about
gives
an hour.
me a full rest.
No, a short rest is about an hour. We've talked about this.
Oh, okay.
And then you can roll hit dice. You can roll hit dice to get hit points back, or you can and then take off after him and try and find him, or you can take a long rest and really not have anything to do because it'll be nighttime,
Right.
and you'll have to just kind of take another long rest at that point. You
Right.
just kind of have to sit around for another 8 hours until
But
dawn.
our hero's feast will be ticking away at us at that point in
That's
time.
what I'm saying. So you can take an hour,
An hour. Mm-hmm.
and then go after him. And something that we haven't really done a lot or remembered, not that this is anything but a ding against me for forgetting it as well, is the healing surges that take your hit dice for an action. You can roll a hit dice for a healing thing
Oh.
in combat.
Income. Oh.
In initiative, you can take your action, roll 1 hit dice,
Oh.
and get a healing surge back.
Oh.
Or somewhere in that neighborhood. Like, it is the basics.
Okay.
What's the hit dice?
D6.
So, does that still count for us right now? Because we're not really in combat.
No, now what you do is take a short rest.
Okay.
Use up to half your hit dice, try and replenish your hit points,
Right.
and then take an hour of doing nothing,
Right.
really.
Right.
And then take off after him.
Okay.
And
You're
we
gonna
know
do that?
which direction we went.
Sort of, yes. You'll have to roll some like survival checks to
So-
try and track him, but you basically know the general direction he was flying when he left the battlefield.
How many hit points do I
It does.
No, how many hit
dice?
points? How many hit dice do you have, or how many hit points you're going to get when Hedra potions you?
Oh, she's pushing it.
First, she's going to potion you back to life.
Right,
so
so you
choose
can-
your potion from his or your.
I'm going to your pouch.
What do
I
you?
already
What do you?
used my
Which one are you
superior.
using?
You used a superior, but you have one greater.
You have graders, and then you have regulars, I think.
Well, do you want to use a regular to get you on your feet enough to get a rest and use your hit dice? Then you still have your greater. Yeah. Here's a regular.
Yeah.
Open. There you go.
Okay. So
This
roll.
you, so
Just a second.
Roll. Hang on. I got it here. Do I? Oh, okay. Roll 2d4 and add 2. Bad drop, since you're pouring it down his throat.
Okay. 2d4. 2.
Plus 2 is 4, so you're at 4 hit points. You are conscious.
Oh boy, that's not
And then, so you're going to take a short rest.
right.
So then, I'll take...
Sorry, 4?
Yeah, sorry.
I'll take 2 for now.
Huh?
Figuring out the, how much... You can take 3. No, it's not. Yes, it is. 3d10 plus 15 is what he's gonna... It's you when you're doing a short rest and you're using your hit dice, you roll your hit dice and add your constitution modifier, and then you regain that number of hit points.
The modifiers of the circle.
Yeah.
That's 15.
Huh?
Seeing-
No, it's the big box.
Oh, plus 2.
Yeah.
So,
That's +2. So what am I rolling?
3d... Right, 3... Right, however many... You start with however many d6 you're gonna roll.
And how many am I allowed to roll?
Up to 14. No, up to 7, sorry. No, you can roll up to 14. At the end of a short rest, or at the end of a long rest, you regain up to half your hit dice you use. Right? If you have 14, which you do, you can use up to 14 of them on a short rest. And then the next time you take a long rest, you'll get half of... You'll get up to 7 back.
How do I know I've got 14?
Because you're a level 14 wizard.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
14.
And that's D6s?
Yes.
and is there an advantage to not using all of them?
I mean, if you use less than half, you'll get them all back at the end of the long rest. Typically what people will do is, that I've seen, is they'll roll them one at a time until they hit up to their level of
What they need.
recovered.
Okay. So I'm a D6. Sorry.
You're a D8.
That's what I thought. So you're looking at this, that looks like an 8 to me.
Yeah, I rolled D6, you said?
Yes.
Ooh, 8.
It's 18 hit points is the temporary hit points from Hero's Feast roll. Sorry, I didn't know how to show that.
Exactly.
Alright. Wrong.
Well, I blew it again by wiping out what I had before. I can't remember.
It was something, do you remember?
4. He had 4 that I just gave him.
No,
It's
no.
maximum.
My maximum.
Don't remember. You gotta get that written down permanently somewhere. I'm just saying, you keep losing it, so
Mhm.
I can't.
Well, I had
Remember.
100 that I took it down to.
Yep.
I had, I think it was 14 that I got as the extras.
18.
18. 18. was 94 before that. I mean, before I started.
Okay.
I mean, before the last upgrade.
Okay. So then roll a d6 and add your Constitution modifier. What is it?
4.
Okay.
Yeah, I was over 100 is the thing
So-
before.
Well,
Yeah.
I can only go with what you got. If you don't
Yeah.
have a maximum,
100,
we're
then that makes it 100 and that makes it 98.
plus your modifier.
That was the modified. The
Okay.
modifier
So
is
4.
2.
So then you would have. So your minimum you can roll as a wizard is 4. So you would have gotten an automatic 6.
That makes it 100.
So you're at 100. Your new hit point maximum is 100. And wherever you need to write that down to make it so it doesn't go away, your maximum for now is 100. Okay?
that is not
you
going
now-
to tell you anything in the future.
So, you have 100 hit points. You have 118 with the Hero's Feast. So your maximum for now is 118, and you have on top of that 18 temporary hit points. So your temporary maximum is 118. Your temporary hit points are 18. Does that make sense? Okay. So,
So I've got to start rolling.
So now you take up to 14 d6s and figure out how much hit points you're getting back. So you're at 4 hit points right now.
I'm at 6.
Okay. Well, and add your Constitution modifier to that every time. And it's a
8.
minimum. It's a minimum of 6 every dice roll.
Oh, okay. So I'm at 10.
Okay.
I'm at 16.
Okay.
That's 2.
What'd you get?
1,
So
which
that's
is 6.
6. So you're at 22. And for you, Edra, don't forget.
22, 28.
Doing this. Automatic 5 on the dice. You roll your d8s.
34.
This is the average of d8. So it's d8 or 5
4,
plus con mod
40.
for rest. These dice.
So it's
So that's fine. Okay. If you roll a 4 or below, you count.
6.
If you're below your maximum hit points, you can get yourself a point.
exactly.
Okay, you're good. Okay. But in the future, if you are rolling for a short rest, and what do you get?
Well, I'm 46 with 7.
Okay.
But I really think that
You can go up to
I
14.
need to go.
It's just that the next time you have a long rest, you'll only get up to 7 back. And then if you go without using any, you'll get another 7 at the end of the second long rest, and so on. So maybe the next time you're rolling for a short rest or a healing surge.
Okay, what did I say I had?
47.
And 8 is 55. That's 8. And 6 is 61. I'm trying to get high enough that the one acid thing isn't going to kill me again. But
Well, don't forget, if you're conscious, you can take an action and do a healing surge.
okay, I'm going to leave it at 9.
Okay, so you have 5 more hit dice left. And an hour passes, you'll get your stuff back, the fighters had they known they were going to be taking a short rest, they would have run their action surges in the fight, but oh well.
Yeah.
So now you...
When do we get back on a short rest? Just or no?
anything that specifies that it comes back on a short rest. So, yeah, you're spellcasters, so a lot of your stuff is long rest only.
Yeah.
Fighters get, fighters and monks and warlocks are the ones that get the best bennies from short rests,
Well, we
because
need
they
them
get
to do that.
action surge, they get second wind, they get, the warlocks get their spell slots back, the monks get their key points back, stuff like that. So.
Oh, well, we need them to have those.
Yes. So, with that, you can set out who has the best either nature or survival to track the dragon.
I have +5 survival and I have a 0.
I got
Nature.
+5 nature.
Okay.
And what was the other one?
Survival.
+1. So +5.
Okay. So Victor's got a +7 survival.
Oh, then he's it.
Okay, so Victor's gonna take a point. I hate taking a point. No, that's me, the DM, going, I hate having my DM PCs take a point on these things. So he's going to go for a survival check. If anyone wants to give an advantage on that by assisting,
13.
then he will get advantage. He will just declare your assistance and not roll.
Okay, I
And
declare
he
my
will
assistance.
get advantage. That's a 25. So he does manage to find the trail.
Sweet.
By remembering, okay, this was where it was. He like kept a fix on the general direction of where it was going.
Okay.
I don't think I could have done that.
So then, well, you were, yeah. That took me a minute. So he's going to begin. You're going to begin marching in that direction. It takes you the better part of the rest of the day. But you start to notice things are getting progressively swampier, or the plants are getting thicker and it's getting more swampy, and you begin to get the sense that you are within a few miles of his lair. And then sunset comes, gets too dark. You guys have to take a long rest. You guys want to do it in the mansion or the hut, you're calling.
I have not regained any of my spells.
Correct.
slots.
You have not used the 7th level yet.
Yeah.
So you have the 7th if you want to spend the night in the mansion.
What is it that you can cast?
Hero's Feast.
And I
But
can't.
That's
use
not in
two
a...
requested rolls. I can't do that. I can't do that
You haven't
tonight.
used the second one yet. You were saving the other one for when we chase the pirates.
I'd rather not use... I've got a 5 and 2 3s, 3 2s, and 4 1s.
Yep. So you're going to be taking a long rest through the night.
Oh, then I get everything back.
Right. So you can either huddle in the hut with the horses outside, or you can relax in the
I'm voting
in the
here
mansion
If it's, if I can do it,
with
then,
the horses inside.
with the
and
horses in the
direwolf.
stable
Yeah.
inside,
Yes.
and get some good stuff going on
Good
here.
stuff. Because stuff can happen that
So-
we can't take advantage of.
Take a long rest. Whatever food you guys want is available in the mansion. The servants can prepare it, or you can just declare the menu. Either way is fine. Get a long rest in there. So everyone gets a long rest in the mansion. At dawn.
We ride. Sorry.
Yes.
Essentially.
You can mark another day off the calendar if you wouldn't mind. And also anyone who has used something, like the Wand of Magic Missiles, the Staff of Defense, the Circlet of Blasting, or the Javelins of Light, or the Lightning Javelins, gets that reset at dawn. So one day closer to the next month, we have all of our stuff reset. Do you want to use the Hero's Feast? Or do you want to wait until we chase the pirate?
So the dragon has had a long rest now too.
It has.
So it's completely back up to all of its full points.
It is.
Dang.
That was kind of out of the question once he fled.
Right.
Because he completely outpaced you guys
Yeah.
and made it back to the air.
Oh gosh, what do you think?
Thank you for reminding me about that.
Yes.
What was my hit points again that I got back?
100. Your current maximum for now for the now the Hero's Feast has waned. It'll be 100 or somewhere in that neighborhood. I think it was 100 we agreed on.
And am I back up to 100?
Yes, you'll hit 100 with the long rest, and then that'll be where you're at for now because the Hero's Feast has waned with the coming of dawn.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to decide whether we're going to
At the coming of dawn, you have a choice to make. You can either burn the only other Hero's Feast you have with you and spend another 1,000 gold for when you chase the pirate. Maybe 2 because they have a way of running out on you.
I think I would rather spend the 2,000 on the pirates and
Okay.
use this now.
So you're going to make another Hero's Feast?
Massive, beautiful
Alright.
Hero's Feast breakfast.
So, it's a breakfast. What is
So-
it?
Oh, it's the buffet on the sideboard.
Okay.
French toast and pancakes, and multiple kinds of syrups,
Uh-huh.
and omelets to order,
Uh-huh.
and
And
eggs.
those French toast sticks that you like.
Okay.
And eggs fried and above and beyond the omelets, and caviar is mandatory, and champagne. We do need a little champagne, not a lot, but just enough to make it festive. So a little mimosa, I would say.
Mimosas and vodka sunrise.
Someone might like a Bloody Mary. I think that's possible. I'm not fond of them myself, but they're rather spicy. The sunrise would be delightful. And we have a watermelon that's carved and filled with every imaginable kind of fruit, and we have smoothies, and we have various kinds of delectable donuts and croissants and coffee cakes that have cream cheese and jams and cinnamons and all kinds of that everyone thinks of their favorite, and it appears on the table, and coffee. Or what is the equivalent?
Well, I think that coffee may exist in this world.
Okay.
Because, and I think that alertness draught is like a concentrate coffee.
Okay.
On the way that because there is in the list of drinks that I found that I was perusing through the D100 list that I get for you guys.
Yep.
Coffee exists.
Okay, so then I want cream to go in that, and a whole basket full of delightful teas to choose from.
It was basically the love child of the Opryland Hotel and every other
Absolutely.
and Popeyes and
Yes, exactly.
everything else.
Yes.
All right. So that appears over 10 minutes as you cast the spell. You sit down. You sit down. Over the course of an hour, you eat it. So it's probably close to 9 or 10 in the morning at this point.
First.
By the time you eat it, and then you progress the last couple of miles. Victor's gonna make
Do I
a
need to roll for
survival
some
check.
hit points that the feast gives them?
Yes. So you are once again immune to the frightened condition, the poison. You have advantage on wisdom saving throws. And you have 2d10 temporary hit points that cascade into your max hit points. So what do we got?
What do we get here?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, she gets.
Yeah.
Ooh. What's a 0 on this?
10.
Oh, we got 18 again.
18 again. Excellent.
Right.
So everyone gets 18 temporary hit points, so you're back up to 118 max hit points. For you, Rangir, 18 to whatever your max hit points are, Edra, and then you also get 18 temporary hit points. So you get your maximum is raised by 18 for the duration of the spell, and you get 18 temporary hit points on top of that.
So I'm at 118.
You're technically at 136 if you count the temporary hit points, but yes. So, no, you count it as maximum of 118 for you, Rangir, and then you also have a chunk of temporary hit points on the side, which is 18 hit points. So your theoretical maximum of what I can hit you with until you go down, is 136. So, with that, another survival check goes reasonably well with a 26. And you find yourselves facing the outskirts of a ruined fortress that is crumbling into a swamp.
Ooh.
And that is where we are going to wind things up for tonight, as we will begin our search for the dragon next week. I'd like to thank you all for coming along in this adventure. If you want to help the channel grow, best way to do that is to go over to the Printify shop, Nightwalker Bazaar, link in the description. If you'd like to help the channel grow, best way to do that is to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on the post notifications to help the algorithm, share it on social media, tell your friends about it, and as always, stay hydrated, stay adventurous, and we'll catch you on the flip side.